we look at difficulty and we develop the wrong mentality, which is that these difficulties themselves are the worst thing that could happen. When in reality, the majority of those who we call against, the tyrants and the oppressors of the world, the test they failed was not the test of affliction. The test they failed was the test of privilege. They failed the test of being given power, and instead of using that for God, instead of using that in ways to bring about peace, instead of using that in ways to establish harmony for all peoples, instead they use that for their own vanity. They use that for their own greed. They use that to subjugate others. And so I think the first step is to remember, because inshallah, we want to talk about faith, action, and unity. Faith, action, and unity. And so right now, we're just going to begin by talking about faith. Faith begins by remembering that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, God Himself, who brings about these afflictions, these are tests in order for us to actually grow in that which we are meant to aspire to. And it is actually the test of privilege that many a times is the hardest, not affliction. Because there are, through affliction, we learn wisdom, we learn lessons, we grow, right? And so, I wanted to, inshallah, preface it by saying that. And today, I went to the khutbah, and the wonderful Imam, you know, interestingly, subhanAllah, his topic was on the various forms of despair and hopelessness, through a Quranic lens. Like, what's the difference between, qunut and the difference between that and yes, like hardship of the heart or, complete despair. And one of the things that I really appreciated was that he began his sermon by remembering our Uncle Khalid, rahmatullah alayh, ruh al-ruh, the person that inspired the world, from Gaza, who, has been experiencing a genocide by the Israeli occupation of him and his people, and his granddaughter passes away, and that is the most valuable thing of his in the dunya. And we all saw the image. He picks up his granddaughter and he kisses her, right? And you could see something that I feel a lot have never seen before, which is the smile of Iman, the smile of Rida Billah, the smile of just complete submission, complete faith, complete reliance, complete contentment with God's decree. And he kisses her, right? And many like him, in Gaza, have taught us this lesson of faith, which is despite the difficulty and uncertainty, we maintain our trust in Allah. And so when we talk about faith, I think it is essential for us to remember, or at least understand, if we don't, what is faith? What is faith? If we expect everything in life to go exactly our way at all times, what is faith then? Faith, and true faith that was modeled by Uncle Khalid, rahmatullah alayh, and upon all the shuhada of Gaza. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala liberate them beyond just a ceasefire, but liberate them from the occupation. And inshallah, we all rejoice together in a free Palestine. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Uncle Khalid teaches us that Iman, faith, is inner security in the face of uncertainty, rooted in a reliance upon Allah. Okay, it is not that there isn't uncertainty until we have faith. No. The entire purpose of faith, which we saw modeled, that inspired the world, by our brothers and sisters of Gaza, that faith is what we experience in the face of uncertainty, which a lot of us are experiencing right now. Some of us have family members who are afflicted in, the California fires. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring them respite and healing and relief. I have family that lives in SoCal, so it's a very disorienting reality. I'm Syrian. All of these are disorienting realities that are uncertain. We don't know what the future will hold. And that makes us anxious. Iman, the word Iman, faith, literally is from Aman, which is security. And that inner security in the face of uncertainty, that's Iman. That's what it means to have faith. Because it's rooted in what? It's rooted in reliance upon God. It's rooted in the best opinion possible you can have of God. And part of that opinion is to believe that God is capable of all things, including relieving our brothers and sisters in Gaza, including continuing to bless our brothers and sisters in Syria, including aiding our brothers and sisters in Sudan towards, inshallah, a new triumph and a new age for that blessed land. We believe it is hope that is the evidence for this faith, and it is despair that shows us our faith needs work. It is hopelessness that shows us our faith needs work. And, you know, part of that hope, it begins really with never making conclusions that limit God's power. That we never make conclusions about the all powerful in ways that limit that based on our own insecurities and anxieties. Who would have thought Syria would be in the situation it's in now?